Hi, I'm Chi Kong.
I'm Po Kwan.
Hi, I'm Waiman.
It has changed a lot. When I started out, it was 14, 15 years ago. And at that time, we were just new to using the internet, how to use the internet to disseminate your news. The pace was definitely slower, but you have a lot more time to develop your stories.
Slowly after that, you've got the big social media players coming into the picture, and that makes the whole news gathering process, the whole news distribution process very different as well. I remember when we started, we have the digital team, and then you have the print team, and we were led by different editors. We sit on different floors in the building. We have different story lineups.
With the whole newsroom integration and transition going on, how do I work with photographers and videographers? How do I produce a video? How do I work with designers in the newsroom?
You also have to think about what's the best way to sell your story to the readers. Do you want to do a first-person account, or do you want to do an explainer or analysis? So for print, it's rather more straightforward. You spend all your efforts trying to track down a source, trying to get the best story.
When it comes to online stories or digital stories, maybe we've got to take into account, how the headlines will appear. Right? We write the headlines not just for our audience, but it's also for the search engines. So we've got to make sure that it's discoverable. So there is more emphasis on having the right keywords.
With online, I find the space is kind of limitless. It's very invigorating because you get to play with a lot of things, and there's a lot of trial and error, and I think that's fun.
It's very important how you use data analytics. Every newsroom has at their disposal, all the data in the world. To me, data is to inform your decisions, to let you know instant feedback. What do your readers think of this story?
I think one positive development that I see coming would be that the likes of Facebook and perhaps Google might eventually consider a revenue sharing model with key, main and credible news publishers in the future.
I think the basics must still be there. As a journalist, you still must be very hungry, very eager to tell a story.
There's a lot of flux and change, and you need to be very aware of what's happening within Singapore as well as outside Singapore. You need to know what other media outlets are doing, but you don't follow blindly.
On top of that, I always encourage my students to pick up one or two things, be it drone photography, videography skills, or website design skills, app development skills.
You must know why you are in journalism, and that will really guide you for the rest of the career.
Just be very curious about everything.
Make time for your friends in school and make sure you cultivate these relationships and bring them forward.